Arcanum 16. Fragility. Description of the plate. In the waters of life is the staff of power, the staff of command, and the flail, whip, in other words, which represents fragility. The two serpents, the positive and the negative, are on both sides of these symbols. From the superior part descends the ray of cosmic justice, destroying the tower that the Kabbalists call the Tower of Babel. Two personages are precipitated to the bottom of the abyss, one to the right and the other to the left. They fall, forming the sign of the inverted flaming star, with their arms, legs, and heads hastening downwards, symbolizing the fall of the bodhisattvas. The fall is the outcome of sex, the outcome of spilling the glass of Hermes. One must distinguish between a fall and a descent. The initiate descends to the ninth sphere during the work in the forge to destroy his defects in the interior regions in order to ascend to the heavens. One wins a heaven after having worked through the hell. The initiate falls when the semen is spilled. Esoteric significance of the Arcanum. The 16th Arcanum is the Arcanum of the Fulminated Tower. This is the Tower of Babel. Many are the initiates that let themselves fall. Many are the fulminated towers. Every initiate that spills the glass of Hermes inevitably falls. The legend of the fallen angels has been and will be eternally repeated. Actually, there are many fallen gods living in the world. These gods are now disguised with human bodies. It is necessary to awaken the consciousness in order to not fall into the abyss of perdition. Actually, many chiefs of esoteric groups have their consciousness profoundly asleep. Blind guides of blind men will all fall into the abyss. This is the law. All human beings live absolutely asleep. It is necessary to awaken consciousness in order to not walk blindly. The blind can fall into the abyss. The 16th Arcanum is very dangerous. All of those students that practice esoteric exercises without working in the Arcanum AZF are similar to the man who is foolish enough to build his house on sand. His house will fall with a great crash to the abyss. We must build upon the living rock. The rock is sex. Those who develop the chakras, having their lunar internal bodies, will fall into the abyss. Their temples will be the fulminated tower. Those who engender the Christic bodies with the Arcanum AZF and work with the development of the chakras will be converted into the living Christ. But I add that even though you don't engender the Christic bodies, build the solar bodies, you can still attain liberation. You can still awaken consciousness as long as, the main thing, as long as you eliminate the psychological I, the aggregates, the ego. That'll lead to a partial liberation. This leads to simple elemental Buddhahood, in which you give yourself another chance. You're basically postponing your evolution for another era, going back to the mineral kingdom in the angelic state, so that you can start a new round of evolution and regain the human life once again, so you can complete the work entirely in the next round. This is also what this is part of the Theravada tradition. This is what the Theravada monks do. Beside this painting of the Tower of Babel, or Babel, it says, there's a quote, and it says, "And the whole earth was of one language, and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower. In Hebrew, this is Migdal, usually translated as tower, also means raised bed, whose head may reach unto heaven, Shamayim. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. So, in brackets, because of their audacity, the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, which means confusion. Genesis 11. Arcanum 17. Hope. Description of the plate. In the waters of life are two triangles, the positive and the negative. In the middle of the plate is a woman sprinkling the earth with two elixirs, which are masculine and feminine. On her head is the lotus flower, indicating her developed chakras. In the superior part shines the star of Venus with its 8 rays, symbolizing that the initiations of light come after the initiations of fire. Esoteric significance of the Arcanum. The hieroglyph of the 17th Arcanum is a radiant star and eternal youth. In this Arcanum, a naked woman appears who sprinkles over the earth the sap of universal life, a sap which comes from the 2 glasses, a glass of gold and the other of silver. If we carefully study the esoteric content of this Arcanum, we discover perfect alchemy. We need to work with the gold and with the silver, with the sun and with the moon, in order to incarnate the star of the 8 points, the star of dawn. Really, the star of 8 points is Venus. One who reaches the Venustic initiation has the joy of incarnating the dragon of wisdom, the eternal Christ. One has to work with the fire and the water in order to receive the Venustic initiation. The star crucified on the cross is the Christ of the Abraxas, the Son of Man, or Abraxas, I guess, the incarnated verb. Venus, the star of dawn, is documented in the Apocalypse of St. John, saying, And he that overcometh, I will give him the morning star. Revelation chapter 2, lines 26 to 28. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Revelation, lines 26, chapter 2, lines 16. Christ is the star of dawn. Christ enters into the soul when one receives the Venustic initiation. When we decapitate and dissolve the I, the myself, then we receive the Venustic initiation. One who receives it incarnates the star. The star is the Son of Man, the truth. No one can search for the truth. The truth cannot be known by the I. No one can search for that which does not know. Satan, the I, the ego that we carry within, cannot know the truth. The truth cannot be studied, read, or known by the mind. The truth is absolutely distinct to all that which can be read, studied, or known by the mind. The truth comes unto us when we have decapitated and dissolved the I. The distinct truth of the people are nothing but projections of the mind. You should decapitate your own eye, dissolve it with rigorous purifications. Thus, you will reach the Venustic initiation. Then you will incarnate the truth. The Verb will make flesh in you. You will incarnate the Son of Man, and you will receive the Star of Dawn. Everyone that wants to incarnate the star has to work with the sap of life contained in the 2 sacred glasses that the naked woman in the 17th Arcanum has within her hands. The star that guides us internally is the Father Star. What is important for us is to incarnate that Father Star. Behold, here, the mystery of the 17th Arcanum, the sap contained in the glasses of gold and silver. When combined and transmuted wisely, permit us to reach the incarnation of the star. The crucified star on the cross is the Christ,